Popcorn world. Popcorn world. Yeah.
Can I make you groove now? Yes, I can. So you can get this groove in a bag of a can. I can make it round the world and it holds in your hand. Popcorn world. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn world. Popcorn world. Popcorn world. It's a popcorn world. It's a popcorn world.
Scoop and y'all, we got it. 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 Scoop and y'all, we got it.
That's how we go. This is how it games the press roll. That's how we go. This is how it games the press roll. That's how we go. This is how it games the press roll. That's how we go. This is how it games the press roll. And now, get ready for Ginger Caskins and Lloyd Spence, the press and the pros. Let's go.
Now it's time for Bleav in the ACC with our starting lineup. From Florida State, number 17, Charlie Ward. From Morehead State University, number 50, Lloyd Spence. And from Murray State University, number 2, Kendrick Haskins. Get ready for the best sports show about the ACC in all the land. Bleav in the ACC starts now.
It gets our day going. It's
You threw me for a curve at first when you played the
I did.
press and the pros.
I did. I said, let me get it in early.
Because I brought in my other shirt to change for when we do that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I owe you one. What I'll do is I'll put up the banner, and that'll give you a minute to make the switch, and then you'll be good to go. Because I ain't. It's too hot in here. I got this place smoking, bro. Like, it's hot in here. It's so cold outside. I have to run the thing hard because this is an old house and it's insulated terrible. Mm-hmm. So I have to I'm in a full-on fight with the cold right now. And I'm winning. So far, I'm winning.
After my last electric bill, I turned my heat down because they tripping.
I'm
and that's
nervous.
Before the cold came in. LG&E, y'all I was messed.
Listen,
I'm calling y'all
nervous.
out.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm nervous. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. I'm just telling you, it's gonna be bad. Mm-hmm. But like my birthday, that's over. I'm just, what are you doing for your birthday? I'm sitting here. Just gonna sit here. Like, what are you gonna do, huh?
I tell you, LG&E, y'all made that up. Y'all made that up.
Yeah, we got to split that up. We got to split that up or something. Like let's work together. Let's work together on this. All right, that is Kendrick Haskins.
Yeah.
I'm Lloyd Spence. This is a mashup of Bleav in the ACC and the Press and Pros, and I reversed it on y'all today because we're gonna really start with Bleav in the ACC and then roll into Press and Pros. But also, I needed the extra 30 seconds. So
I figured that's what was going on.
Need the extra 30 seconds. But we got a full show. And the ACC, God bless you, gave us plenty to discuss. Today. Shout out to Dabo Swinney, who got the party started last Friday. Nobody saw that coming. That was the press conference. You know what that was? That was the press conference he's been wanting to do for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, nah, I ain't gonna say nothing. Nah, man, just forget it, man. Don't worry about it. And then finally he was like, you know what? I got time today. So if y'all don't know, Dabo Swinney out here in these streets snitching. That's right. That's what else we gonna call it.
Yeah.
He's snitching.
Yep.
He got on the TVs, on your TVs and on the internets and snitched in detail. I mean, Dabo was snitching like he was about to get the charge. And he was like, I ain't going to jail for nobody. So here's what we're down. So if you don't know, Dabo has a sophomore linebacker that's apparently pretty good, Luke Farrelly. And the season didn't go quite the way Dabo and Luke and Clemson thought it would go. And so Ole Miss was like, hey, man, listen, if you don't want no head coach all up in the videos, making excuses, blaming the players, come over to Ole Miss. And so he was like, all right. So he got in the transfer portal unexpectedly. Everybody was like, why are you in the transfer portal? He said, I mean, some things that happen.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
wait, my account set up.
Yeah. My account set up to my checking and savings. And so they was like, well, man, you ain't got to get in the transfer portal. Let's figure this out. So he was like, all right, let's figure it out then.
All right,
okay.
We'll see what we can do.
I mean, call me or something. But the whole time, apparently he was getting minute by minute details of what was going on, Dabo was, because apparently he knew the times of every phone call, every text message from Ole Miss, who the AD was, who the assistant AD was, who dropped off the money. He knew everything.
It makes me think of that song. Remember that song by the firm? We got your phone tapped.
You got your phone tapped. You got your phone tapped. Clearly they had his phone tapped because they was ready. And so they had at the press conference, it was crazy to hear him drop such specific times. He was like at 11:14. I was like, Dabo, come on, man. 11:14, like for real. That's you got it down to the minute, like for real. So they laid out their plan or whatever. None of that really helped because the kids still transferred. They play Ole Miss next season. So I don't know what we accomplished here, except that we accomplished an investigation.
But like, I don't know what Dabo is getting out of that because it's not like they have rules against tampering because there's no rules.
Well, now we're ready for today's discussion, late boys and girls, because the truth of this is, if this was 10 years ago, Dabo would be breaking the biggest story in college sports. Tampering. Oh my God. They illegally talked to this player and he's under scholarship and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. All Dabo did was confirm that you don't know what he's doing in today's college game. Because if you don't think winks and nods are going on like crazy right now, you don't understand how the game really works, D. Right. I love you, Dabs. You friend of the show. But also, you got to catch up, brother.
Right.
You got to catch up.
Right. It's like every school is doing that.
Oh, my God. In big ways.
Except apparently Clemson.
Clemson, We run a clean program. We don't want to pay players. That's not what we do. We grow them from within, and all is well. Well, all is not well, sir.
We believe in the sanctity of college sports.
Well, you can keep believing it if you want to. Your ad's gonna be out pretty soon. You won't be there much longer. Like, I'm just telling you. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Listen, I get
to do that.
I get all these get off my line guys, and I'm wearing the shirt of one right now. Get off my line. I get it, but that ain't how it works. And listen, are you mad that the kids aren't getting the education that you want them to get?
That never comes up in their arguments.
No, never. It feels like, this is my opinion, it feels like you're mad because the playing field's level now. And you got to work 10 times harder to do your job. And I get it. That sucks. Nobody wants to work 10 times harder than the job they got hired for.
Especially when you consider the ages of these coaches. Usually you're winding down.
Right.
Now you got to ramp it back up.
You went from recruiting once or twice a year to recruiting every day. I got it. That sucks.
Recruiting your own team.
Right. You got to recruit your own team constantly. You got to do check-ins. You doing all right? Everything's good?
You got to tap their phones.
You got to tap in. It sucks. I got it. But also, this is the way the game works now. And he said he was cheating. Well, apparently right now in college sports, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Well, in college sports, there's not such thing as cheating, because in cheating, you have to be breaking rules. What rules are there to be broken?
I don't know. What's funny is they asked Paul Feinbaum. Shout out to Paul Feinbaum. I mean, he said, they asked him, so what is this going to do to Ole Miss? And he was like, gonna make them really happy, because they did what this. There's nothing he's doing wrong. Like this, everything he's doing is within the rules.
What he's doing.
Everything he's doing is within the rules. So not 100% sure what you want him to do. Like, he's going after a player he needs. He has the financial resources to pay that player, and the player agreed to come. So,
yeah, until there's tampering rules, then there's nothing illegal about what he
and
did.
By the way,
is it shady? Yeah, it is shady.
It is shady.
But I mean, like you said, that's the game right now, and there's no rules against it. Just like the whole thing with Alabama and the center that they got. That, you can't get mad at Alabama because they found a loophole in the rule.
Listen,
NCAA's fault for having that loophole.
Listen, here's what's happening to coaches, these young coaches right now. They're actually reading the NCAA rule book and finding out that stuff that they thought were rules aren't rules. And so why am I living by an implied rule? If I can go get a G League player to play, why wouldn't I do that?
Right.
If I can go get a player off your team and put him on my team just by making him a financial offer, why wouldn't I do that? I'm just trying to understand what you want me to do. Y'all set up this system. I didn't set it up. Y'all did this.
Yeah, I do have an issue with the Duke quarterback signing a 2-year deal with Duke, then going to Miami after a year.
Well,
I do have an issue with that.
Well, now let's talk about it, because that's next on the agenda. Darian Mensah settled his lawsuit with the Duke Blue Devils, because Duke was like, what you're not going to do is sign this contract, take our money, and then walk out the door. He was like, cool. Miami, they won't let me walk out the door with this money. Miami was like, whatever. How much is it? We got that. So they paid the fine. I paid the fine. So they paid the fine, I guess. So they settled the lawsuit, and now Darian Mensah takes his 3,700 yards a season, and I think it was like 34 touchdowns. He takes them over to Miami, and Miami now becomes, I guess, the best, or at least on paper, the best team in the ACC, or one of the best teams in the ACC again.
They were going to be that anyway, but I do wonder, because Miami's replacing a lot off of this team. I mean,
well, I was going to say,
the whole defensive line for the most part?
Well, I was going to say, you said they were going to be there. I'm not 100% sure that's true, because you can't. They got a lot of first-round talent that won't be on this team next year. Now, to be fair,
Getting Darren Mensah.
Talent that's still gonna be there. Malachi Tony will be back.
Malachi Tony will be there. Darren Mensah will be there. They got Duke's best wide receiver that he already has chemistry with. He'll be there.
Isn't
Koski,
Fletcher
I think
back?
is his name.
Isn't Fletcher back too?
I want to say Fletcher's back too. I think Fletcher is back. So let's be clear. Miami's going to be great.
Yes.
They're going to be great next year. They're going to be a good team.
The U's back. It's back.
It might be all right to say that now. I know that's been a source of great comedy for us the last year and a half, 4 years. Really since the inception of this podcast.
Yes.
But now, turns out that might be right. The
Yep.
U is probably back now. They're going to be a good team for quite some time, and so it'll be interesting to see how what's going to be interesting to me, going back, kind of combining the two stories, the Dabo story and this one, is that these type of things, and leave it to the ACC to be the ones leading the pack about this all being out in the news and in the open and everything. Of course, it's the ACC. Why wouldn't it be? You'll never hear. You hear some stuff in the SEC, but not a lot. And you don't hear anything in the Big Ten. The Big Ten's got their lids shut tight. So, but this will be the thing that triggers government intervention, probably. Like
the Alabama thing is going to trigger government intervention.
We're getting closer for sure.
Yeah.
Talk to me more about the Alabama thing, because it feels like I'm not as educated in that as I should be.
So the Alabama center, let me get his name so I can get his name right.
Yeah.
The Alabama went out and got a G League player who was
right. I know. I know about that.
I want to say he was a lottery pick out of Alabama
for this year,
2 years ago.
Oh, that's right. I am familiar with it. I forgot his name, but I saw that. But he didn't sign anything, right?
Bediako. And so,
but he never played, right? Something like that.
He never played in the NBA. He's played G League games, and but he never played an NBA game. So, ironically,
yeah,
an Alabama judge, a judge in Alabama, granted him eligibility.
Well, but here's the irony of that statement. It correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. If I'm not mistaken, you can leave high school and go play in the G League.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. So,
but he played at Alabama.
Well,
and again, it was a judge in Alabama who granted the restraining order to let him play.
Well, let's be clear. Anytime a guy is able to circumvent the rules, it's going to be because somebody in that city, in that town or whatever, is benefiting from it. So I want to be very clear. That's usually how that works. Or that state is benefiting from it. So I'm not, I'm not like messed up or caught off guard by that at all. What's interesting to me about that story, though, is how it plays into the bigger narrative of the NCAA. And I think the rude awakening that the NCAA is going to get is that they're not only going to get governmental interference, especially if it's under this administration, but I could see the government trying to come in and take it over.
Yeah. Because like if this is happening in basketball, what's to keep college football
it's going to happen
from going to getting players off?
It's going to happen.
Practice.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
I'm surprised that hadn't happened yet.
Some kid that left as a junior is going to get drafted in like the 7th round or even to the practice squad. And they're going to say, well, since you're on the practice squad and you technically have a year of eligibility left, I mean, as long as you haven't technically taken a check yet, and that'll be where it starts. But I think this is what's going to trigger government intervention for sure. They're going to step in and be like, NCAA, what are y'all here for? Because that is the question we're all asking. What are you here for? If you can't regulate this, then what are you here for?
Right. I think this is a make or break time for the NCAA with the Bediako decision, whatever comes out, and going forward. Because if you can't regulate who can and cannot play in your league, then what can you regulate?
What can you regulate? And by the way, when did you lose control like this? Like this seems like it's happened overnight. Like for 1 minute they were doing fine.
Once the NIL came in and you can legally pay players, that's when
it was like all bets were off. Yeah.
Yeah. And like I felt like, and we've been saying it since the NIL came on, is that they did not do enough as far as getting rules in place before they did it. They just did it. Yeah, right. They didn't do any due diligence whatsoever. They just did it.
It's like somebody woke up
literally one day. Yeah, I was going to say the exact same thing.
I got a great idea.
Woke up, and I
got a great idea.
No thought, no forethought, nothing. Is this our favorite person popping up?
Listen, right, it is, and it's perfect timing because in our next topic, it would take a coach to talk about a coach. So let's bring in our favorite coach, who lost a tough one. Hey, big bro, Coach Junior. That was a tough one. I watched that one from start to finish. I felt you. I felt you on that last play. I was like, fellas, y'all got to organize. You got to organize. You got to organize. What it felt. I don't know. Something went wrong, and they just didn't see it, or I don't know what happened. But lost a tough one to Jackson State. But you're still at the top of the conference.
Yeah, I mean,
so things are still going well.
We're still in the mix.
How are you feeling, man? This is going your first foray into college coaching is going pretty well.
We're off to a good start for sure, but of course, just like anything else, in order to continue to be where you're at, you got to be consistent and take the highs with the lows. There be more opportunities for us to continue to get better. The key is about improvement, of course. So, and then playing good basketball, good quality basketball. And, definitely Monday was tough loss, but it was one that we got a chance to learn from and look at, see how we can improve, our endings in a sense. That's been the case, for some time. We won some of those games. Some of those close games by making plays down the stretch. Unfortunately, Monday we weren't able to do that to be able to secure the win. But we got another. I mean, the SWAC is not an easy conference.
Yeah,
there's some quality teams, and anybody can beat anybody. So you have to show up and play well each and every night. And going on the road is always tough, regardless of where you go. But we got the Alabama schools coming up, so on the road. So it'll be a challenge, but we can't, hang our head one way or another, whether we win or lose. We just have to keep pushing forward and growing as a team so that we can be playing good basketball at the right time.
There you go.
Coach, you always hear people saying, like, especially with young teams, they need to learn how to win. Is that really a thing? It's because usually you hear that after a close loss. So is that really a thing where they need to learn how to win?
Yeah, if you've been losing a lot, you need to learn how to win. But it's it's a mindset, and sometimes we take it for granted. When you are winning, you start taking things for granted. Things started slacking off because you feel like, it's just going to happen. But if you develop good winning habits, like going to class, putting in the preparation as far as, your video study on your team, on yourselves, still doing team bonding activities. You know, all those things are winning habits, and it goes a long ways. And just like winning, just like losing or winning, it's a mindset. You know, you find a way to win when you're on a winning culture. And when you're in a losing culture, you find a way to lose.
Yeah.
Because the mindset is, you know, oh, here we go again. And it's if you're winning, you're like, we're gonna find a way. Oh, here we go again. This is our mindset. We're gonna find a way to pull this out. And guys step up and make plays necessary to help the team win. And everyone's bought in. And when you're losing, everyone's either starts pointing fingers or start dividing. And when adversity hits, and now you have a splintered culture, a mindset that says when things start going awry, you know, oh, here we go again. And so it's just that whole mindset that you have, that, you know, it's hard. You know, it's hard either way, you know, to be able to overcome. But I'm just a big believer that regardless if you win or lose, the mindset has to always be about preparing to win, regardless of what the outcome is.
I do have one other thing I need to talk to you about in regards to FAMU, sir. And you know, I was just noticing on the FAMU Instagram page that you had like some visitors come by. And... See, he's already laughing. He already knows where this is going.
It feels flexish.
I mean.
And that was a Charlie Ward humble flex.
I mean, I'm not saying it was a flex. I'm just saying
Ludacris. You literally just said it was a flex.
Ludacris and Will Packer haven't come to visit me. They haven't come to speak to my team. So, you know, I'm just saying the guy who put out Ride Along and all these hit movies, Girls Trip and all that, you know, and the Ludacris who put out all these #1 rap albums, and they've never come to speak to my team.
Luda's one of my favorite rappers.
I'm just saying.
I've seen Luda walking and passing. We just walked past each other once.
I'm just saying it's never happened. How was that experience, first and foremost? And maybe the most important question, have you locked them in? And I won't say anything further about locking them in, but are they locked into the program? These proud graduates of FAMU.
Well, Luda's not a graduate of FAMU.
Luda's not a graduate? Okay, but Will is, though.
Yeah, Will is.
Yeah, we need to get Will locked in.
Along. He just brought his friends along.
That's right.
But no, it was. I mean, we just found out about it this day ago or whenever, possibly might have been yesterday when we found out that they were going to be on campus for something, and so we were fortunate to be able to be on campus, to be able to meet them. I've met Will, but the guys get a chance to meet Will, who's an alumnus and has done really, really well. And, you know, it gave some encouraging words. And then they have Ludacris come while he's on campus to talk with the guys. I'm sure a lot of them probably aren't Ludacris fans. I don't know, say fans, meaning they may or may not listen to his music. I don't know who they listen to. I know what they listen to sometimes is very disturbing. However,
they know Fast and the Furious. They probably know Luda more.
They know him more from Fast and the Furious, right? Some of them weren't alive when he did it first. Yeah.
So he did mention that to the guys yesterday about F1 is a movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to catch up on it. But it was very good. I've never met Ludacris. I've heard about him. I've seen him in commercials and those types of things. So, you know, yesterday when we knew he was coming, but the guys didn't know. And Coach was sharing some information about mindset and all the different things that we were talking about yesterday. And I told Coach, I was like, hey man, what we dealing with is ludicrous. And he was like, yeah, it is ludicrous. And then he walks in, and so the guys were like, oh, that's what you were talking about.
See,
I was
them
like,
golden bowls.
I see what you did there, work. I see it. Pretty nice, pretty nice, pretty nice. The little double entendre, I like it. Well, speaking of ludicrous things,
Golden bowls.
well, listen, this coach for sure definitely wanted to throw them bows yesterday, I'm sure. Bill Belichick was informed that despite 6 Super Bowls, 14 visits to the Super Bowl, and a plethora, 13 visits to the conference championship games, despite all of that success, he is not qualified to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh, this story, every time I hear about that, everything I've been hearing from the NFL the last couple of weeks, I go back to what the great Dominique Foxworth said when he first became head of the players union, and he sat down with the owners for the first time and realized, oh, they're not smarter than me.
They're not.
And they prove it every day now.
When I saw that story break, I knew it was a mistake. I said, you know what? This is why too many people have phones and we can't. This is not good. This is not good to have people having this much access to stuff. So why are we putting out lies about Bill Belichick? Like, stop it. Of course he's a fourth. So then when it actually broke and it was real, I'm thinking, okay, this is not good. Why do these people have voting rights? Like, everybody should not be able to vote.
I mean, owners and Hall of Famers, they're the ones who vote on it.
This was the easiest
and some media, there's some
vote ever.
Media. Huh?
This was the easiest Hall of Fame vote ever for a coach, ever.
One would believe
in the history of Hall of Fame voting,
like to the point where there shouldn't even have been a vote in the first place.
But also,
right?
I mean, the coaches wing of the Hall of Fame should be named after Bill Belichick.
But also, this is interesting because I'm very curious to see if this is going to be a precedent. Are we going to punish the entire Patriots? Because Robert Kraft is up for eligibility right now.
Well, you know who's keeping Robert Kraft out, supposedly.
So this is also interesting because he came out yesterday and said, "No, I voted for Bill Belichick. I didn't vote against him. I didn't vote, but I have inside sources that say he was the one. He was the one that turned in some of the things." We'll keep names out of it for now.
Who is that again? Who is that again?
I thought we were keeping names out. We're not keeping names out.
He already came out and said something.
Okay, well, Bill Polian.
Same person that thought Lamar should be a receiver.
I'll keep my source out. How about that? But I have a very strong source that knows for sure, for certain, that Bill
Polian?
Absolutely, 100%.
Is that who is Bill Polian? I know.
Used to be the GM of the Indianapolis Colts.
So he's still salty about the Flake Gate and Video Gate and all the other gates.
Very salty about it. Like, that's salty.
Right.
Yeah. Grumpy old man salty. Like, that's salty.
He thought Lamar should have been a receiver.
Huh?
Yeah. I think he was the one that said that something about me when I was coming out.
Oh, I'm sure you weren't nearly intelligent enough or there's something wrong with your skill set. I'm sure there was something wrong with you, Charlie Ward, that you could never have been an NFL quarterback. No way, not you.
Yeah, that's what he said. I think that was who it was. But Yeah, I think, I'm not sure who or why he's not first ballot with his credentials. Um, most people in his shoes would be, but in
Well,
this day
well,
and age, you never know.
well. Hold on, Charlie, because that may or may not be true because we don't know that many people who've won 6 Super Bowls. So, so, so maybe the 6 is the number where they keep you out. I don't know.
Like, you won too much.
Fam, you just won too much. You got to calm down with the winning. So
Yeah.
I don't know. You would think because 2 has gotten many guys in. 1 has gotten guys in.
One,
Did
yeah.
John
Aaron
Madden
Rodgers is
in?
gonna. Aaron Rodgers is gonna get. Well, Madden's in for everything else, but Aaron
I was gonna
Rodgers
say,
is
but-
gonna get in with 1 Super Bowl.
There's a lot of coaches that got in. Tony Dungy got in with 1.
Yeah.
Now it didn't hurt that he was, the first black man to do it, but still got in with 1. Now had he
Was
won
he
5
first-
more, he'd
was
be
he-
completely out.
Is it your first ballot Hall of Famer?
First ballot. Tony was I think Tony was first ballot. I believe.
I'm sure he was. I'm pretty sure he was.
I think he was first ballot. Yeah. But when you win 6, they're like, nah, that's too many. You can't be first ballot. That's crazy.
It's. I mean,
crazy
it's.
that you're
I mean,
first ballot.
it's clearly personal, petty stuff that he wasn't voted first ballot. It's silly, but
I was told that there's some guys that didn't vote at all.
But and they probably because they was like, yeah, he's on him. He's gonna get in. Why do I need to worry about this vote? I'm sure that happened too.
That's crazy. So
But-
he didn't get in. This is where we are in America right now.
But let's be honest.
It's cold as
Do
ice.
we really want to watch a Bill Belichick Hall of Fame speech?
I do not. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't watch any of them, but I'm just saying.
I was thinking that could be the most honorary speech ever in the history.
Or no, it'll be the most boring speech.
Well, that's
Now
what
it
I'm
might
saying.
be. Now it might be.
Oh, now I do want to see it. Now I actually do want to see it.
Now it might be. Now it might be a Michael Jordan level.
Yeah, I'm here for the whole thing now because he may call reporters out by name. He may call Bill Polian out by name. So
Bill Polian has done his share of oddball stuff in his career.
he's a different kind of dude.
He has an idea what a quarterback looks like, and it's never like Charlie Ward or Lamar Jackson.
It'll never look like Charlie Ward. His quarterback will never be. And essentially, that's ironic because essentially that's basically what put him out the league. I think at some point, the changing of mindsets as it relates to people, period, was like, man, we can't. It's just a matter of time before you say something really raggedy. and we're in a full-blown controversy and we can't get any players as a coach organization. So we just need to go on and eliminate this right now.
Notice Charlie's hoodie that he has on today.
What does he got? Oh, he's got his Heisman. Oh, that's nice, Charlie.
That is really nice.
That's really nice. I'm not even gonna flex you on that one. Like that's just
really nice.
Especially if you I'm not because I still have an address and if he wants to,
You always had that address, fool.
I'm gonna send out a couple of those.
Yeah, he's gonna send out some Heisman hoodies. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying we can rep for our friend. We just put and on the back of it, we can say friend of a Heisman winner. Or underneath the Nike logo, just put friend of a Heisman. You know what I'm saying?
Right under the trophy, just say, I know someone who has
I know a guy. It would just say, I know a guy. I know a guy. I know him.
How cold is it there, Charlie? You're in Tallahassee. How cold is it there? Because I guarantee it's not as cold as it is here.
No, it's not.
It's like 46 degrees.
That's sweltering compared to what it is here.
You know what? I low key want to humble flex you just for that. Like I ain't gonna hold you. It's because it's like 28 here.
It's 20 degrees less there.
Oh, right.
We're not supposed to get above freezing for like another week and a half.
See, on that line, Charlie, when you say stuff like that, oh, it's just 20 degrees less. See, it's stuff like that, Charlie. You know what I'm saying? It's right there.
Right.
It's right there. You on the flex line, Charlie.
Is that not true?
All your flexes are true.
Not the point, Charlie. You know what I'm talking about? It's this guy.
Just
It's this
saying.
guy right here, right there.
Just saying.
All right. Charlie, I didn't get your thoughts on the Dabo thing. We had our
What
thoughts, but
Dabo?
we'd love to hear your thoughts about Dabo snitching
He snitched on Ole Miss.
full out snitching.
So
And they
how's
say
that
snitches
snitching?
get stitching. Oh, he's snitching. I mean, I ain't
How's
saying
that
it's wrong.
snitching?
I ain't saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's snitching.
See, see when we talk, we keep talking about these mindsets, right?
Yep.
That's what I tell my guys. They call it snitching. Snitching is when you are talking to the streets.
Okay.
But accountability is when you're talking professionally. So which one do you want to be? Snitching is for the streets, and accountability is professional. And so what Dabo is doing is holding people accountable for tampering.
Well, that took an interesting turn there, Charlie. So he's holding Ole Miss accountable for their actions.
100.
And did it by minute detail. That was the most
Had
me.
the
That was the
phones
most
tapped.
impressive part of the whole
Yeah,
thing.
the phones tapped, Charlie.
Because he was like at 11:14, they called my boy. At 11:17, they sent him a text. I was like, "Yo, what? Like, are you the FBI? Did you have the FBI doing this for you? Like, who was working this plan for you, investigation for you?" So that was crazy.
But I'm happy somebody did it. Like we're in this world where tampering is a thing, and people are just okay with it. And we're also in a day where everything seems to be okay, whether it's right or wrong.
Well,
that's what we were saying earlier, because it's like it's tampering, but there's no rule against tampering because there are no rules. So what do you do? I mean, the NCAA actually,
it's only a crime if it's
rules.
Yeah, it's only a crime if you like put it on the books as a crime. But if it's not a crime, then it's just Tuesday. Like it's just
right.
There's nothing has happened. You don't like it, and it feels immoral.
It's shady. It's shady.
Right. Yeah. But also,
it's not illegal.
I mean, you can't punish someone for something that they didn't commit. Like it's like if you put a sign up there that says free and they take the candy, that's not a crime. That's just
there has to be something where in the NCAA rule book where the tampering is a part of. It may not be called tampering, but it has to be something. But in this day and age, you will never know what the rules are because things just keep changing from city to city, state to state, and minute to minute.
Yeah.
So it's hard to keep up with things that are fluent, things that are that you can hold people accountable to. And then if you do hold someone accountable, they go and take it to a judge that's an alumnus and get it passed.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it kind of sounds like Alabama, Charlie.
I'm just saying, it's just what are we doing?
Right.
And then there's the other part, Charlie, that you got to be careful with, and let's be fair in our journalistic reporting here. The old saying in the South is sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. So when you make these allegations and you are as forthcoming and as detailed as you have been, they better not be able to come find nothing in your backyard.
Well, because
that's what happens next.
Yeah, and that's no different than anywhere else.
I agree.
Like if people are going to hold people accountable, you don't mind being held accountable. You want to make sure that you're doing everything you're supposed to do. And is it going to be clean? Everything's going to be clean? No. If you go to every program, somebody has done something that they weren't supposed to do. I mean, that's when you start digging. But when it's blatant like that, is the point. When it's just brutally blatant,
that's
where I think it kind of crossed the line. That's just like I don't know what analogy is per se, but it's just saying I don't care.
No,
I'm just going to do
that's a
what
good analogy by itself. I don't care.
I don't care. I'm
Yeah.
just going to do what I think is best for my program,
Right.
regardless of if it breaks rules. That's just like, hey, I'm gonna go 77 in this 25-mile-per-hour zone because I can. I don't care if I get a ticket. I don't care if I hit somebody. I don't care. It's that whole mindset of just being blatant about it. Is what is the most disturbing thing.
Can I bring up something that no one else has brought up about this as well? No one else has said. I've heard no one else talk about this.
I agree.
Pete Golden's boldness, if these allegations are true, head coach Pete Golden, who's been a head coach about an hour and a half now, his boldness to do this feels like it had a blueprint. Like he was really bold to just jump out there and be like, I feel like I can get away with this. But to feel like you can get away with this, and you've been a head coach only like 15 minutes, 20 minutes at best, feels like you may have had a blueprint. I'm just saying, you look back and you say, where did Pete Golden get this idea from? Did he come up with this all on his own, or is this just an Ole Miss play? And it makes you wonder, I mean, who was the head coach at Ole Miss before he was the head coach at Ole Miss?
Well, they're doing the same thing. I mean, they were tampering with Ole Miss players. That's probably why they got rid of some of the guys.
Thank you. If you start to follow the tea leaves, I agree with you, Charlie. You start to read some of the tea leaves, it makes you wonder, like, where did he get this play from? Because it's a bold play.
So my other thing is, I mean, I understand the whole coaches deal, but where's the player and the agent coming from? Because they signed the deal to go to Clemson, and then they reneged on the deal because somebody came with a better offer. And if it's accurate that the agent came back and said that if you give us another year or whatever the deal was, I quote I saw on the deal, I'm like, isn't that like bribery?
That's the thing that's irked me about this whole thing, is that these players are signing contracts and breaking them. And I'm like, at one point, do these contracts hold up? I mean, I know coaches have broken contracts before, and it basically just ends up being a buyout. But I don't understand why they're able to sign and then leave.
There's a buyout. There's a buyout.
Right.
The coach can't leave just willy-nilly.
Right.
Because there's a buyout that someone has to pay. And so that is where a lot of these loopholes and different things that people are going through to try to get around all these different things. And I'm like, just my whole thing as a player is loyalty, because at some point, I mean, it's going to come back, but at some point, if you're committed to go somewhere, or you going somewhere, or you said you're going somewhere, in this day and age, that's not a big deal to people. Loyalty, commitment, it's what I feel today.
Right.
And so it's just that whole, you're literally in school.
Yeah.
And somebody comes and says, I want to give you more to go over here. And you're like, oh, okay. I'm just going to leave school and go to a whole nother situation because they gave me more.
Yeah.
And at some point it has to be like, man, I don't want to be remembered that way. And that's one of the things I keep telling my young man. I was like, you're gonna always be remembered for something. So what are people gonna remember you by? When they say Charlie Ward what are they going to remember you by?
Yeah.
And so we have to be mindful of when we're making decisions today, it can affect us long term. And so we have to be mindful of those things when we're making those decisions. But I just Ole Miss, the coach, but I'm like the player and the agent, they're just as bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're just as complicit. You talk about what you're gonna be remembered for. Now, forever on for the rest of his life, Shadur Sanders is gonna be known as a Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
How many games did he play?
6. I think it's 6. But that's all you need. So let's review. Let's review right now. 6 Pro Bowls or 6 games, you can make the Pro Bowl. 6
you don't even
Super
have
Bowls.
to be good.
Right. Don't even have to be good. 6 Super Bowls, you can't make
You
first
don't make
ballot
the
Hall of Fame. That's where we are. This is the new America. This is the new America.
At some point, we're going to realize that the world's most popular, America's most popular sport does a lot of dumb stuff.
So Shador's so who did he beat out?
He's Drake May's replacement.
So let me be clear, and I'm glad I had somebody explain this to me. I had somebody connected to the NFL explain this to me, and they said basically the way it works is that there's a list, and so they just go down the list, and guys have the opportunity to replace him. They call on the phone, hey, Drake's obviously not going to be able to be in the Pro Bowl. Would you like to replace him? And so apparently they went down the list and they got to Shadur's name and they were like, Shadur, would you like to be a Pro Bowler? And he was like, sure, I'll be glad to do it. So what makes this interesting to me is that he gets to say now, I'm a first-year rookie Pro Bowler, which a lot of contracts are, negotiated upon that point. A lot of
but let's just be honest.
Right.
Shador, his jersey is one of the top sellers for the Browns.
100%. It may be the top seller
in the league, not just the Browns, in the league.
Other than Myles Garrett, who probably sells more, him or Myles Garrett?
I bet it should do. I bet it should do.
So when you start looking at it, I mean there's a popular name and what have you. So when you start talking about contracts, I mean he's doing well. He's going to do well, outside of his actual rookie contract. So there's not much. He has to continue to build upon his rookie deal.
Yeah.
In order to be able to benefit greatly when that time comes. But it gives him more marketing ability. Well, he's already marketable, but it gives him more to be able to say he's a Pro Bowler his first year. But my whole thing is, where does that put Dylan Gabriel? I mean, he's
not a Pro Bowler.
He got drafted before.
Well, and also it put the new head coach in virtually a very difficult position. Yes. How do you trade away a Pro Bowler?
Like, how do you sit the Pro Bowler?
Right. Well, we're not going to start the Pro Bowler.
The Ravens did it.
We're going to start the guy that the Pro Bowler replaced.
Well, the Ravens did it with Huntley because Huntley was a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, but they had justification because they had a 2-time MVP. So they had.
It is a difference. It has apples to oranges on that.
Dylan has nothing. He has nothing but being.
Has the Browns hired? They hired Lincoln.
They hired Todd Monken.
Monken.
Yeah, which is again, you put him in a nearly impossible place because now his first day he's got to decide: do I start the Pro Bowler or do I start the?
And throw in the irony of Shadur didn't want to go to the Ravens because he didn't want to sit behind Lamar. And now Lamar's offensive coordinator is his head coach.
Well,
you can't make this stuff up.
You can't make this up. This is about as good as it gets. I know he took a lot of heat for that. I don't know if I actually hate that part because people who compete want to compete. So I get that. I get it. It was a stupid thing to say, but I get it. I don't know. I don't know what Todd's gonna do. Good luck to you, Todd. God bless you, sir. Because that's about as bad as it gets. And oh, by the way, you still have a $250 million guaranteed quarterback on your roster.
What was that?
Deshaun, he hasn't left. He's still technically a Brown.
That situation I don't understand at all.
Well, he's not playing.
He's not playing. That
When he's physically ready to come back, then what happens?
Well, he's ready now. He's technically ready now. He's physically ready now. But they decided not to play him this year to preserve him, is what Kevin Stefanski said. But he's physically ready. He was practicing the last 3 or 4 weeks. So
who's the guy that brought him in? Who's the GM that brought him in?
Andrew Berry. It had to be Andrew Berry, right? Is that his name?
Is he still there?
I think he's still there, isn't he?
Well, the owner was just as much a part of that as anybody.
Well, the owner led the charge because they were so dead set. We can't do this with Baker Mayfield. We can't win with Baker Mayfield. We need somebody greater than Baker Mayfield. And they got the greater, except that he wasn't greater. Right, except that he wasn't greater. Well, in theory, he would have been greater. In theory, he would have been greater.
Baker was great for the Browns. He just got hurt and played through an injury, and then they let him go after he played through an injury all year. Yeah. He'd have been better served just not playing.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I agree 1,000%. I'm just, I'm speaking like a Brown. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that's how they think.
Speaking of Cleveland, real quick, I just looked over at First Take, and they showing highlights from the Lakers-Cavs game. Yeah. And all they showed was Lakers highlights. The Lakers lost by 30.
Yeah. What do you want from us?
Well, the Lakers were up. They were up by 20.
Yeah, they were up a lot. I don't know what happened. They just took their foot off the gas. Was like, yeah, we're good.
They lost by 30.
Well, they kind of, yeah, but that's always deceptive. At some point, a team quits and like, we're not gonna keep fighting for this, which is what they did. They was like, it's over.
Yeah, but they lost by 30.
And now, guys, I know you like to saying that as if it's a thing, but it's not a thing. It's just
it is a thing. It's in the record books.
Nothing.
Is it a thing to be concerned about? No.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a thing.
But the whole now it's like, did LeBron? Why is this the lead? Did LeBron play in Cleveland for the last time? No, he's not announced his retirement. And y'all don't think he's gonna retire this year.
So let's be clear. Here's the problem. Here's the real problem of last night and this morning. This is the week before the Super Bowl.
Right, exactly.
There's nothing else to talk about. There's nothing else this week to talk about. It's too early to talk draft. It's all the good.
Too early to talk Super Bowl.
Right, it's too early to talk Super Bowl, and all the good coaching hires are just about done. So we're going to talk
Super Bowl,
Raiders,
and the Super Bowl is not super sexy to the fans.
It's not. It's not worth really having a conversation about yet. So they're kind of stuck, and they knew that. So they said, well, we got to drum up something. The best thing that happened this week is that the Bill Belichick thing happened. That helped tremendously to fill in the gaps of this week. But there's nothing else to talk about this week. Charlie, I don't know how much of this you probably can't talk about any of the basketball stuff because you're an actual Division I basketball coach. So we'll just simply say that the ACC has been very, very interesting this week in basketball. I'm sure the biggest conversation has been the Duke Louisville game and what's going on with Louisville and why they can't win, quote unquote, the big one. 1-5 in the big games now. 1-6, is it?
Not only are they not winning the big ones, they're getting blown out in all these games, which is becoming an issue. I mean, because they get blown out. They don't just lose. I've made the joke, even though it's not really a joke. Louisville's not that great of a free throw shooting team, but it hasn't come back to bite them because when they lose by double digits. So the free throw shooting doesn't even come into play. But at the same time, and I deal with both Kentucky and Louisville fan bases, and both teams got blown out in back-to-back days.
Right.
And it's fire the coach, and it's so annoying. Both of these coaches are basically victims of their own success because they had such good first years.
Great
and
first years, yeah.
And they kind of fall back in their second year, and it's not as great a year. But at the end of the day, Louisville's 14-6 and Kentucky's 14-7. You're not firing a coach who's having that kind of a season. And I mean, have they made some mistakes? Yeah, there's mistakes, but I mean, this is their second year, and to get more into the weeds of it and being more real about it. For one, Kentucky is paying Mark Stoops a whole lot of money not to coach football, and U of L still paying Kenny Payne a whole lot of money to sit over on Arkansas's bench.
Right.
They don't have the money for another buyout and go out and buy another coach. And on top of that, both of these coaches were their third and fourth choices. So, who are you going to go get?
I want to go a different way. I want to go a different way on more specifically the Louisville side of it. It's not as bad as they think it is. It's really having to make some coaching adjustments to your interior game because you've got to figure out the right combination of who you want to put on the court. Because here's the thing. Louisville lives and dies by the three. Let's call it what it is. They're either going to make threes and win or they're going to miss the threes and lose. It's that simple. And so because they don't have a great interior or more accurately, their interior game has not played well. Their bigs have not been consistent enough to keep them in games.
Especially in big games, right?
Right. So if they don't fix that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Mikal can go out and hit 30, but then that just means you're going to lose by 15. Because
when we came on here after they lost to Duke the first time and Mikal didn't play,
right?
And I was like, Mikal wouldn't have made a difference in that game. He wouldn't have because their problems are not in guard. Their problems are up front.
Yeah. And I don't know why I want to call that boy Mikal all the time. Every time I say, but it looks like Mikal. Yeah. But it's Mikal. It's Mikal. So I no disrespect to him. But yeah, it's unless you're gonna fix that, it doesn't really. That's the only problem.
Yeah, you need to make a trade, and then so.
If only you could tamper and get another.
If only you could make a trade deadline move
mid-season, right?
I'll pull an Alabama and pull a guy out of the G League from 2 years.
You know that's next, by the way. You know that's next. You know that's next. Like you're gonna see a team who's struggling in November and December, and they're gonna make a call.
What are you talking about? That's what's next. That just happened.
Oh, that just happened.
You talking about?
Just happened.
All we're saying is it's chaos. It's the wild, wild west out here.
Yeah,
that's what this podcast is trying to point out. That's next. So, but anyway, other than that, everything else is flying. Listen, Duke's going to make the tournament. North Carolina's going to make the tournament. Virginia's going to make the tournament. Clemson's going to make the tournament. And probably Louisville's going to make the tournament. Barring a massive collapse, Louisville's going to make the tournament.
Because out of their losses when Mikal was out, it was only one of those games I thought they could have won with him playing. That was a Virginia game. But like they were going to get blown out by Tennessee if Mikal was there or not. They were going to get beat by Duke rather than Mikal was there or not because it's a matchup thing.
If they've got to figure out a way to put their bigs in position to make the kind of plays that their skill sets can make.
Well, and part of the problem too is Kason Pryor is just nowhere near 100%. He's just not. Because he had a torn ACL.
And
people don't usually bounce back in a year. I know we've seen it, but not everybody bounces back in a year from a torn ACL. And I don't understand why people don't understand that, especially up the road in Lexington with Jaden Quaintance.
And by the way, I know we're going to talk NBA here in just a few minutes, but I want to be very, very clear. Regardless of what medical miraculous things are taking place, and they are miraculous
amazing
in some cases, yes. But they are very much subjective to the individuals.
Exactly.
It is not a fast and furious rule that it is a 1-year injury. It is not. It's not how it works. Right. An ACL is a very delicate thing. I've talked to a couple of my trainer friends who will tell you, Lloyd, do not listen to this. This is untrained, unqualified babble. Like when you hear this stuff about Jason Tatum and he's on the court and he's dunking, that's fine. That's fine. The problem is none of that is an actual game. And you just saw the other day that Jason Tatum announced that he's very much now looking at sitting out the rest of this season and coming back the next season. You know why? Because just because you can do things that you used to do in a very controlled practice environment,
right?
That doesn't mean you're ready to go run up and down the court with grown men that at ridiculous speeds and no, that's not how it works. You don't just bounce back. That's not how it works.
Yeah, and so he hasn't been able to bounce back. They lost James Scott. I don't know what the story is with that, but they lost James Scott from last year. He's at Ole Miss. So he's back stuck playing Javon Hadley, who's a good player, great player, really good player.
Right.
He's only 6'5". I think
Right.
they have him listed as 6'6", 6'7", but he's really only about 6'5", and they have him playing the 4. Well, you're going up against Duke with a 6'5" power forward.
Who have actual 4s.
You're going to
real
get out
legitimate 4s. Right.
You're going to get out rebounded by 20. That's what's going to happen.
Right. When Carlos Boozer is shooting over a chair, essentially, then he's probably going to make those shots. That's usually how it works when you don't feel like you're being guarded. So, it's a matchup thing, and the irony of Louisville is that they shoot the 3 ball well enough to make a legitimate Final Four run against teams that are of equal size, but also, if they match up with the wrong team that has legitimate bigs, they can go out in the first round.
Yep.
So so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it works out. I have not been able to keep up with your Seminoles, but I have heard it's not going well. Is that an accurate depiction of your Seminoles right now?
We won last night.
There you go. So I retract everything that I just said. Are they on a 1-game winning streak? Is that what's going on?
They've been in some games though.
Yeah, they lost a lot of close games, and sometimes, as I say, sometimes the record doesn't reflect, the way you played or competed. They lost a lot of close games. 2 point
And this is a first-year coach too, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Some of those things. Lost to Duke by 4.
Yeah.
So some of it is kind of skewed by the record, but when you look back at it, they've lost a lot of close games.
They have.
Not a lot, but I'm saying they lost enough to where they only have 2, conference wins. I do believe at this point, but they've been in a lot of close games, 2-point games. I think the Syracuse lost they beat Miami by 2, but they've lost numerous games that could have at least put them
by 1.
Yeah. So it's just that whole deal. Guys learning, growing, and you want to be, finding out what you can do to win games, and what helps you lose games. And I got to tell our guys, one of the things you want to be in all the games.
Yeah.
Like you want to have a legitimate chance to win games in the end. And if you're putting yourself in that position, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. But I want to at least have a chance. I don't want to be a 20-point game and you're like, oh, well, a 30-point game. But that just may be one night as well. We just lost to a team that got blown out by 30 some points the game before, and they came in here and beat us, by 1. Yeah. And so it's just that whole mindset of, every game takes life upon itself.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. And listen, this is, again, Florida State is in a brand new day. Let's be clear. They are in a brand new day, and it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time to adjust. It's hard being the next guy that follows the guy. That's a very challenging task. And so this young man, God bless him, I don't even know the name of the coach, but God bless him, he's following the legend. So I get it. Say it again, Charlie.
Luke Louts.
Luke Louts. We're praying for you, brother. This is rough. I get it.
It's first year.
Yeah, I get it.
First year, new program. I said, unlike fans around here, I can cut him some slack in the first year.
Cut him a lot of slack. A lot of slack. Yeah, he gets a lot of slack.
Because I say they had that long losing streak, and
Yeah.
they've had 2 long losing streaks, but they've been in most of their games. They've
Yeah.
got a few blowouts, but they've been in most of their games.
Yeah, yeah. So what's on the agenda, Charlie, for to get ready for your Alabama run? You got two I don't say crucial, but I mean important games in Alabama this weekend, or Saturday and Monday. So what's left for preparation?
Well, yesterday was get right day. Just making sure we had guys not going to class, and just some other craziness, with not craziness, but we had, Ludacris and Will stop by. We had film session watching the game last the second half of the game to see how we can improve in that area. So we had to. So it was a long day yesterday, and today we'll start prepping more for Alabama A&M for Saturday. I have a 2 days to get ready. They're playing really good at this point in the season. Of course, their coach is a very good coach as well, and so it'll be a challenge for us. But that's what the SWAC is. SWAC is, a challenging league. People don't get a lot of credit, but there's some really good coaches and basketball players in the
tradition.
SWAC. Yeah.
Kendrick,
So
the worst film sessions are the games where you pretty much controlled it, and they came back and got you. That's because normally that's you. That's you. That's you with some mistakes. That's you losing attention to detail. And that's not to say the team didn't have a good comeback, but if you're controlling it most of the game, something that you did allowed that to happen. Which kind of sucks because now you got to go back and look at where you lost.
It's a lot of my bads and my faults.
Yeah, it's a lot of loss of mental focus, not paying attention, not staying in the moment. You know what I mean? It's a lot of that. So those film sessions generally suck, but you grow hopefully from it. And you learn something from it, and you can take that forward and not make the same mistakes twice.
Yeah, I mean that's what we hope.
But
all film sessions are normally not pleasant because there are things that you're going to see.
Yeah, because even in a win, you still picking out stuff.
You got to make them not pleasant. You're right.
Nobody likes film sessions except for coaches.
Right. Even in a blowout, you got to be like, oh, I got to find some things. This is.
Look at that smile on Charlie's face.
Surely this wasn't the perfect game. I got to find some things there. Yeah.
I used to hate them as a player because you're going to be on the film and you're not doing everything right, so you're gonna get called out one way or the other.
Yeah, because some of the mistakes you made that you made them. The team may not have seen them, but you made them. And so when the film comes,
and you can't hide, like it's right there. We can put it in slow motion, and now we can
isolate
zoom in. Now we can
with technology now.
With technology, you can really see. This is where you see how your feet are. You see how your feet are all off balance right here. This is why you messing up. Like, oh, sorry, coach.
What are you doing, son?
That film don't, like you tell them, that film don't lie. So you might as well. You need to be thinking about that when you're jogging.
Mm-hmm.
When you're looking at the ball and should be boxing somebody out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so all those things are very glaring on the film. Like, Coach, well, I did. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I trust you, but we're gonna watch the film and see if the film
right
backs you up.
Yeah. You can tell me anything.
Mm-hmm. Is this really as fast as you can run?
Right. but I'm gonna watch the film, and the film's gonna tell me the truth. So if you and the film want to align your stories together, that'd be great. That'd be great. Charlie, I know you got a busy day. Do you have like some time for an NBA conversation or no?
Or are you parking
I got
somebody's spot again?
No,
Yeah, don't do that, Charlie. I didn't like the way that turned out last time. To be honest with you,
I need to run. I need to run.
All right.
So I can get prepared and ready for coaches meeting here.
Well,
at 11.
Charlie, we are continuously proud of you. Have a great run this weekend with Alabama. Go Rattlers and Rat. Can you say rat? I don't know. What are you supposed to say there? Just go rattle?
Just go Rattlers.
Go Rattlers.
Let's just go Rattlers. Go Rattlers. Go Rattlers.
Yeah.
All right.
Strike.
Yeah.
Strike.
Go Strike. Yeah.
Strike them again.
I love it. By the way, love the intro balloon thing with the rat. That's fantastic. I was like, everybody's been doing that. That's fantastic. Is that your idea or is that something they've been doing?
I know what Charlie's idea.
No. They've been doing
Charlie's creative.
We know Charlie enough. If it was up to Charlie, they just run out and play
just
the
walk
game.
out. Yeah. Why do we need this? It looked good, Charlie. I'm just saying it looked good.
It does, and I appreciate it. And it's it is what it is. But you're right. It's good to have all those things, but in the end, how we playing?
But in the end,
we know our teammate. We know our teammate.
We know our teammate very well. We are very clear about his thoughts toward all of this. Well, God bless you, sir. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Have a safe trip.
Thanks, Coach Junior.
All right.
Bundle up. It's still cold in the South.
It ain't cold.
All right.
It might be
just not warm.
There you go.
All right, bro.
Get out of here, Charlie.
All right.
See ya.
See ya. That's a great Charlie Ward. He said it's not cold. It's kind of cold. It's a little cold.
It ain't cold. It's just not warm.
All right. Listen. Let's get to the story. The story we've been waiting for, which I'm not sure why it took this long to get here, but
Are we going to the NBA now?
You need your moment, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I need my minute.
So I will what do we do? How do I do this? Okay.
We'll just open on.
Just do it again. We'll do it again.
People love the music.
We're switching shows. Here we go.
Scoop and y'all, we got it. 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 Scoop and y'all, we got it.
That's how we go. This is how the games the press pro. That's how we go. This is how the games the press pro. That's how we go. This is how the games the press pro. That's how we go. This is how the games the press pro. And now, get ready for Kendrick Haskins and Bleav Spence, the press and the pros. Let's go.
Hey, the only person got a better band than us is Jimmy Fallon.
I'm just saying. Jeez. Band is killing it. They got whistles. They got whatever that sound is in the background of Press and Pros, whatever that is.
The piano
thingy, whatever that is. It's crazy. It's crazy out here in these streets. Okay. All right. Let's get to the story. Let's get to the story. I don't even want to delay this thing. Yesterday, about midday in the day, in the middle of the morning kind of thing, we finally got the trade deadline kicked off. We finally got it kicked off. Giannis said, we're done. Now, I think he's always said we're done, but I don't know why it took so long to publicly say we're done. Maybe
I don't think he really wants to leave because he's loyal.
Then shut up and go play. But I
think he knows this. But I think it's a thing of where he loves Milwaukee, he loves the city of Milwaukee.
Okay.
He also doesn't trust the organization and doesn't think he can win there again. He wants to win. So.
I think it's the opposite. I think he wanted to leave because of what you just said. He's like, I don't trust you guys.
Right, but he loves the city though.
Well,
he does. I mean,
I think he loves what comes along. I think he loves what comes along with being the man in your city.
Yeah.
Right. But I think he could be that wherever he goes. Like he's gonna be the man.
Yeah, he is, but when you've been experiencing that.
And he's a married man, so he's probably like not that excited about going to his wife and saying, "Hey, boo."
Yeah.
Remember when we had settled down in Milwaukee?
Shoot, she might be like, San Francisco sounds really nice this time of year.
Listen, the ice,
real ice,
real ice, not the murderers.
This last snowstorm. This last snowstorm may have made Mrs. out of the Cooper be like, you better get us up out of here.
Hey, I'm ready to go. You ready? I'm packed. I've already got the movers on deck.
You don't even have to pack. Everything's already in boxes.
Already. We are good. We are good. So they have the official green light. The way Shams reported it, he said they're already starting to get what he labeled as aggressive offers. Aggressive is a very strong language. They've already identified the top teams who can do what he's calling straight up deals, and they are Miami, Minnesota, New York, and Golden State. They can do straight up deals that don't involve anybody else. They control all their own draft picks. They can do straight up deals with picks and players. And now, do any of these teams have anything Milwaukee wants?
I can see Cat from the Knicks, but
right, we'll see.
I don't see what Miami would have. And
Miami has their own picks for however many years they have them.
Yeah, it's definitely picks with Miami and Minnesota.
Right. And they're going to be aggressive, but
and Minnesota will probably give them Gobert.
Yeah, they would. They would probably be willing to do that for sure. But that's not where. But I don't think. Here's what's interesting about this entire situation. What makes it very, very interesting. While Sham only mentioned 4 teams that can do straight deals, there are 30 teams that are saying, "How can we make this happen?"
Mm-hmm.
And several of those teams are very desperate. Now, if you're asking me, the most desperate is probably the Golden State Warriors. By far, they are the leader in the clubhouse.
I've heard they're the leader in the clubhouse, and I'm like, outside of Kaminga.
Only because they're the most desperate, and I think they're the most willing to truly communicate. And what can we do? And by the way, and I've said this publicly, and I'll say it again. Mike Dunleavy's job is for sure on the line here. If he does not pull this off, he's going to be fired. That is going to happen.
But if you're Golden State, I mean, pretty much everything has to be on the table except for Steph.
I agree.
You get Giannis.
I agree.
Maybe now they've been so weirdly loyal to Draymond.
Well, I think the Draymond loyalty is not going to change. Though Draymond is on the table,
he'd have to be on the table to get Giannis. I would think.
Yeah,
the stuff every day.
Maybe not because what does Draymond do for you? Like realistically,
what does anybody else on their roster do for you?
No, I don't disagree with anything.
Jimmy Butler's out for the year.
Let me be very clear about where I am with my understanding of where Golden State is.
Yeah,
I don't think Golden State has anything other than the control of their picks that Milwaukee wants. But if Milwaukee plays their cards right, those could all be very valuable picks. Because the reality is that how much longer does a 37, soon to be 38 Steph have? 3 years, 4 years, maybe if everything goes perfectly, he has 4 years.
Well, he can shoot
Realistically, it's
forever,
probably
though.
3.
He can
Well,
shoot
you can, but do
they
you
had
want
the stat the other day, like he averages the most points per game at somebody his age ever.
no question, and I believe that.
But he still got plenty of time left.
No question, and I believe everything you're saying. The challenge that I'm having with is that how long do you want to continue? It's the same thing.
Now, yeah, I get what you're saying because, like,
right.
Steph could probably play another 10 if we're being honest, but
100%.
But at Steph level, he's probably got another 3 or 4.
Right, he can't play running around
like that.
Right, that another 4 years. I don't think so. Not realistically. No. So the reality is, what are you going to do with this situation? So who really is the leader in the clubhouse? That's the real question. Now, some people think, well, this should move fast now. I don't think so. I think it's going to go.
I think it's going to go right to the deadline. And I wouldn't be surprised if it still extends until the offseason. I wouldn't be surprised.
Could be. I don't think this is as clean. And then there's the other factor. Maybe the most important part of all of this. Where does Giannis want to go? Because the reality is, are you going to gut your team for a 1-year deal?
Right. It's going to be a long-term. Wherever he goes, it's going to be a long-term deal.
Right. So he's got to want to be there. So that takes some teams off the table immediately.
Right. And it puts. I think Golden State still stays on the table.
I think Golden State's still on the table. I think Minnesota might stay on the table. He might want to play with Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, I can see that.
Now, that keeps you in cold weather, so Mr. Antetokounmpo is not going to be very happy about that.
Well, if they've been there this long, they can do it another 4 or 5 year contract.
Right.
If he goes to New York, it's going to be the same thing.
Right. So, they're all cold cities, so that part ain't changing at all.
I think if we're thinking long term, not that we know Giannis from the man on the moon, but I would think Golden State, Miami, New York, the Lakers, maybe Houston. I don't know if Houston has the pieces to make it. They kind of do, but I don't know if they want to part with them because Houston's right there.
If I'm Houston, I'm definitely getting in the mix because KD can't be my long-term plan.
True.
So I got to get in the mix for this.
But that probably would mean parting with KD. Do they want to do that when they're right here on the cusp? But they could.
I'm still on the cusp if I get rid of KD and get Giannis. I'm still on the cusp. I should be.
That's also the other part about Giannis, though. He handles the ball a lot.
Yeah.
And so
you're changing the complete way you play.
Yeah, you're changing the whole dichotomy of how they play. And they need a point guard more than they need Giannis.
More than they need anything,
I think I wouldn't be surprised if Ja ended up in Houston.
It makes more sense. That makes more sense for him to go there than anywhere else, if I'm being honest. Or either because Miami never made sense to me. Like, it's good for him, but it doesn't make sense for like what. So what are you doing? Like, you're gonna ride with Miami? You're gonna ride with Ja and Bam Adebayo? That's gonna take
because you're gonna give up because you have to give up Hero for that. I would imagine.
Question.
And even if you kept Hero, you're woefully bad on defense.
Yeah, you're in the back.
You are worse.
Yeah, your backcourt is awful now. Now your backcourt. Now you and the Lakers have the same backcourt. Like, defensively, you have the same backcourt.
Defensively,
yeah. So I don't. This is a fascinating situation because that's the domino, and once that domino drops, then everything else will rapidly go.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is that domino, like we said, that domino may not rapidly drop.
Right. It
may or may not. It could happen. It could happen this week, but
I don't think it's gonna happen this week. I don't think it's gonna happen this week. Because I think it's harder. I think it's harder than people think it is. Like, it's
the only reason why I say it could happen this week is because usually when it comes out, yes, this can happen. It usually happens pretty fast.
Well, let me say this. You're 1,000% correct. And if you're the Golden State Warriors or the Minnesota Timberwolves or Miami or whatever, those straight up teams, those teams that can do straight up deals, you want this to happen as fast as it possibly can because
Yeah,
the
you're playoff
longer
contenders. Yeah.
right. Well, that and the longer it goes on, the more you allow the other teams that want to get in on. Because see, here's the thing: the Oklahoma Cities, the Utah Jazzes, the other teams that can't do this, the Lakers that can't do this deal straight up, they want this to drag on because they, by messing up your deal, it allows for 5 other deals to get done.
Exactly.
So the path that these teams have to get their deals done and to get what they want out of their deals comes through helping another team get this deal done. So that's the only incentive that other teams have to help the Lakers. If we can get Giannis off the board, now we can go get Ja, or now we can go get Jaren Jackson, or now we can go get these other players that are lingering out there for us to be able to grab. Now we can move Cat if we're the Knicks, because Milwaukee might be desperate, or this other team who just lost this key player might be desperate, so we can move him over here. So this is going to be interesting because how this plays out will dictate how everybody else moves and how conciliatory, is that the word? Conciliatory? I think it's the word. I went
Doesn't
big.
sound like a word.
I went big, and then I think I pulled the wrong word out.
I don't think
How
that's a word.
accommodating these
Yeah, there
other
you
teams are to one another will play as big a part in this as everything else. So
Which
I'm
is,
very
to me,
curious.
This conversation is more interesting than LeBron losing by 30 at Cleveland.
1,000%. I would have gone with this 1,000% over everything else LeBron did yesterday. But yeah, I'm very curious to see who's going to be the biggest buyers and the biggest sellers. So I'm going to throw that question to you. Who's going to be the biggest buyers over the next week?
I feel like the most desperate team out of all of those is Golden State.
Got to be the Warriors. The Warriors got it. I'm telling you,
Golden.
I don't know if Mike Dunleavy is aware that his job is in jeopardy, but his job is in jeopardy. He's had one move in his tenure, one, and that one move just cost them the rest of Steph's career.
I won't say it cost him the rest of his career.
No Jimmy Butler, no Jimmy Butler, no chance of a playoff run. It's that simple.
Yeah, but he still got another 4 years in the holster. I mean, they can
not as a
retool
player.
that. If they get Giannis, they will be.
Well, that's my point. He's got to pull this off. Listen, to me, if I'm Milwaukee, I fly to San Francisco and I say to Mike, you know you messed up, right? but the other word from Minister Society, you know you messed up, right? So I sit in his office eating whatever delightful appetizer I'd like to eat.
The finest of the sushis.
The finest of the sushis for you. Okay. I maybe, keeping it simple.
San Francisco, you're gonna get some good sushi.
Well, they say it's a San Francisco treat. So
some rice-a-roni.
Right. I sit in that office and I say, I'm going to be staying at this hotel for the next 3 days. Figure it out. Let's get together on Sunday.
I mean, but if you're looking at Golden State, what they have to offer is, of course, Kuminga's definitely going to be in there.
Right.
I
think it comes down to this.
Their picks, because even their picks are going to be low picks, and I'm like,
well, listen. But I can leverage those picks to something else later. I know that because I'm going to be in the lottery anyway, so we're fine. And I may be in the lottery for the next 2 or 3 years, but if I can have an extra pick every season for the next 2 or 3 years, that's all right. I'll take that, right? And I can always take those extra picks that I got from Golden State and go get other players from other teams to add to whatever lottery pick I get going forward. So it's a valuable pick. And I'll take now, it all comes down to how many of those do you want to give up? Now, how many did Desmond Bain deal give up? Was it 3?
I think it was 3. I think it was 3.
So we're talking 5?
Yeah, for Giannis, at least
4
5.
or 5?
At least 5.
So what I'm telling Mike Dunleavy is I need you to go and over the next 2 days, make peace with losing 5 number ones.
I only think he has to think about it.
He shouldn't, but he will. Well, it's not even about that. He's got to now go convince the owner Do you want to? Well, he's got to have that conversation.
Well, because at the end of the day, you're mortgaging your future for
Right, Joe. Do you
next
want
4 or
to?
4
Do you want how do you want Steph to leave this organization? Retire from this organization? Do you want him to retire having had at least 3 more years of an opportunity to compete for a world title? Or do you want 3 years and whatever happens in that 3 years happens? Now, if you want 3 years, we can't get Giannis. We're going to have to do some other moves and pray that those moves work.
Because here's the other part, if you're Giannis. Okay, they give up all these draft picks to get you. You get Steph for like 3 or 4 years, then what?
Well, here's what's interesting about what you just said. I'm not 100% sure that none of that works. Because I feel the same. And by the way, feel the exact same way about the Lakers. The only good thing about the Lakers is that the Lakers can't do the deal straight up. They need at least 1, possibly 2 teams, maybe 3 teams to make the deal work. So they don't necessarily have to gut their whole team to get the deal done. I don't know how you do it and keep LeBron, but that's not for me to figure out.
I feel like that relationship's coming to an end anyway.
Well, listen,
Stuff that's been coming out. That stuff came out for a reason.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. So it's interesting to see.
And LeBron's already greasing the skids to go back to Cleveland. That's why that led.
That's why that whole thing was, yeah. So, and that's fine. If he wants to go back to Cleveland and finish up his career there, that is totally okay. I got zero issue with that. And listen, having endured this the last 5 years, it's a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. When my friend suggested me dating this girl, I was like, okay, she's cute. Yeah, she's good. But then when we got in the relationship, I was like, oh man, this is a lot.
She's quite demanding.
She didn't know that this was going to be what it was. This is a lot. This is a lot. Yeah. Came with some good moments, but overall,
fake Landman. You watch Landman?
You know what? I've been told by people I trust, and now Landman's a good time.
I'm almost done with the second season. Second season's not as good as the first. I will say that. It's still good. It's still good. Not to get too far off, but
yeah,
the main thing is still good.
Yeah,
but they do too much with stuff that's not the main thing.
Gotcha.
And one of the stuff that's not the main thing is kind of what it's like dealing with LeBron. Very high maintenance.
Well, that's usually how it works, right? you start having success, you start feeling yourself a little bit, and all of a sudden you're way off track. And that's where the Lakers are right now, way off track. So they got to get back on track and figure out. Their number one thing is they got to fix the defense. That's the only thing that's got to happen, really. Fix the defense and get Luka a legitimate running partner, and then make the Austin Reeves decision. It's that simple. That's your only offseason requirement.
I feel like the Lakers are in such a purgatory right now because, like you said, you need help. You need help for Luka defensively,
right?
And eventually offensively. Because once you get up out from under LeBron,
right?
Then the whole LeBron saga. Because we've all seen this movie before. That Genie Bus thing, that story that came out last week.
Yeah.
That's how the whole LeBron thing works. It always is like little stuff starts coming out when it's about to be the end. And I'm not even bashing LeBron right here. It's just that the history of
there is a pattern. There's a
pattern here.
There's a pattern.
And so that's the breadcrumb. The next breadcrumb was making such a big deal out of him going back to Cleveland. It's like goes back to Cleveland twice a year, every year. It's like, and he's not hinted at all that this is his last season, and then we're running on sports. And is this his last game in Cleveland? He's never said he's retiring.
No, yes. It's not out of the realm of possibility that a Giannis trade goes down with Cleveland in the mix.
That's the Lakers.
So that Giannis goes. The Lakers will probably have to take back Darius Garland, even though they don't want to. And then because that's what's going to happen. It's going to be dead money. And then you got to take dead contract, or somebody will take Darius Garland.
They want a dead contract, though. You want that because those
You
are
do, you do if you can get off your books, but you're not going to not take it if it means you get Giannis. So yeah, you take whatever you have
yeah,
to
their
do.
contracts are the biggest. Those are more valuable than players.
A
Some
lot
of the
of times,
stars in
yeah.
the league.
Well, that's why it'll be Austin Reeves and Rui and maybe even a couple other players
Let's try to work this out. A Cleveland Lakers Milwaukee trade. So Giannis goes to the Lakers. LeBron goes back to Cleveland. Milwaukee gets Garland may end up in Milwaukee in that scenario. And then,
well, listen, we don't even have to. We don't even have to. We
Austin
can do that for real. We got NBA trade machines all over the place.
There you go. And Austin Reeves probably goes either Cleveland or LA. I think if Cleveland got both LeBron and Austin Reeves in that deal, that's a pretty good deal for them.
That's not a bad deal.
Garland.
So that's why, and then Milwaukee essentially would get Rui, get some of those expiring contracts, and also picks from everybody.
Yeah, picks from everybody. Rui, Garland. Even though they may want Austin Reeves instead of Garland, though.
We're gonna see if we can make this work.
I think contract wise, I think Garland makes more sense than Austin Reeves in Milwaukee. But
I'll add a third team. Here we go. And so, what was the third team? We said Milwaukee,
Cleveland, Milwaukee, and the Lakers.
All right. Which I think that is a viable path. For LA to pull this off. That makes the most sense.
I think Vanderbilt would be thrown in there.
So let me share the screen here. I love it when we can do fun things like this. This makes the show better. Okay, all right. So there we go. So here's what we're talking about. We're saying Garland would come out and he would go to the Bucks or the Lakers. Let's see. It's 3 years. Lakers don't want that. So we'll go. He goes to the Bucks.
LeBron to the Cleveland.
LeBron comes out and he goes to the Cavs along with Bronny because they're not keeping Bronny for sure. Like father, like son. Is that all coming out of Cleveland? Probably.
Go back down Cleveland's roster real quick.
You got
Strus.
Strus would have to come out and go to the Bucks, maybe.
Either him or Lonzo. It depends on where Austin Reeves goes.
That 2 years with Lonzo is actually, You know what's crazy? I wouldn't mind seeing Lonzo go to back to the Lakers.
I could see that happening.
Because that's one of the things that they need.
Vincent's got an expiring contract, so you can send him somewhere.
Yeah. I would. For now, let's send Lonzo to the Lakers for now. Then let's send Gabe out. Let's send Vando out. No, Vando can't go.
3 years. He's there.
Yeah. Rui can go. Who else? Oh, Dalton Connect has asked for a trade.
He has,
which is crazy. By the way,
I didn't know he did that. What?
He asked for a trade.
Throw him
Dalton. Yeah. Why he would do that? I don't know, but that's
because he's been in his feelings since they traded him the first time.
Fam, you're gonna be in your feelings a lot. If you're in your feelings in the second year of your NBA career,
first year,
you're gonna stay. No, this is
they traded him last year.
Or I can say, well, technically, I guess this is. Well, I don't know. The bottom line is it's too early for all that. It's way too early for all that. You send Kleber out. Doesn't matter where he goes, but you send him out. Who else? Is that it? You send them all out, don't you?
Yeah, I think you get rid of all those 1 year.
Hayes, you send everybody out. And then Giannis. I don't even know if this will work. It doesn't feel like it's going to work, but we'll see. I think a Laker trade is hard. I think it requires probably 4 teams. Because you gotta send out, you gotta figure out how you're gonna fill out the rest of the roster. Because think about look at where he's sending out.
So maybe you
That's all-
don't send out all those 1-year contracts.
Well, but how
I
do you
think
get?
Rui. I think
how do you
Rui's
get it
definitely
done?
in that trade. Rui's definitely in the trade. Scroll down a little bit more on the yeah. Maybe
on the
maybe
Lakers.
maybe DeAndre Hunter is thrown in there. He's got 2 years
From
from Cleveland.
sending where to the Bucks, maybe.
Yeah.
For now, let's send him to the Bucks. Now, the other part of this that has to happen is that you've got to figure out some draft picks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a way to do draft picks on this, but I gotta remember. It's been so long since I used this. Where are
When
the
you was
draft?
clicking on people, it seems like draft picks was coming up on some. I think.
Let's see. There's a way to send draft picks on this one as well. I can't remember what it is, and I apologize because this is completely on the fly. We're all impromptu right now, but there's a way. Oh, picks. There it is. There it is right there. Okay. So for the Lakers, you send out you just trade it. You don't even swap. It's a trade. That goes to the Bucks. Your 28 goes to the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Your 30 goes to the Bucks. Right?
Yep.
And then for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they got to send out at least one or two, or at least one.
They don't have any first round picks, do they?
Well, they can send out that San Antonio. They can send out that San Antonio to the Bucks, and that second round, they can send that out to the Bucks. Now let's see if this works. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna try. Let's see. It failed miserably. Why did it fail? Is it because of the hard apron? Yeah, it's the hard apron. So, the Lakers would have to have 9 standard contract players after the trade. Would need to get to 14 to be in roster compliant. So they'd have to take back more contracts. That's the problem.
So put Hunter on the Lakers,
and then the Bucks are over the allowable incoming amount by 43 million.
Yes. So go ahead and put Hunter on the Lakers.
Oh, so they can't take Garland. That's the problem.
Put Hunter and Garland on the Lakers.
Okay, let's do that. Let's see if it works now. Let's send. Hold on, let's go back. This is fun. This is the problem of every GM right now. This is what Rob Pelinka is doing in his office right now, trying to figure out how he can get this to work. And it's not as easy as it looks, people. So we're gonna send him to the Lakers. And then who else? You said Hunter?
Yep.
To the Lakers. Okay. So the Lakers would essentially get Hunter, Garland, and Antetokounmpo. Now let's see if it works now. Let's see. It still failed. How far off are we? We're 3 players away.
Okay, go back up to Milwaukee.
Okay. Go back. Oh, not that far. Did we lose it? I lost it. Okay. But you guys get the point. You get the point.
It'll be an extremely difficult trade to pull off.
It's a hard trade. But despite it being a hard trade, let's see. Ryan said there's no way the Lakers can do it unless he said that's the only place he wants to go, and it would still be very complicated.
You are correct, my brother.
Well,
that's the only way.
Right. Let's be very clear. You're right, but also you're not right, because if the Lakers say we want to do this and they make the trade, Milwaukee's got 2 problems. Number 1, they got to make the place that he goes attractive. Number 2, attractive enough for him to want to stay. That's number 1. Then number 2, They have to accept the package that makes the most sense and gets them the most back in return. So if the Lakers bring a package that is undeniable, it's going to happen.
But how many times have we seen when players like, this is where I go, this is where I want to go, this is the only place I'm going to go.
Right.
That's where they end up going. That's usually how that works.
Usually that's where he's going. But see,
only one it didn't work with was Damian Lillard.
Right. But this is what makes this whole situation interesting, is because Giannis has not said that. And I don't think he's going to say that, because I think in his mind, he's saying, I'm really in control of it all. So if a player wants to gut their team for me and I'm only going to be there a year, that's their business. But I'm going to decide my own thing.
I think in Giannis's mind, I think he's kind of like Lillard, where like he doesn't have that disruptor mentality like that. That's why it's taken so long in the first place.
I think
and Lillard was kind of like that too when he left Portland. He was kind of like, yeah, I want to go. I really want to go. I want to go. But it wasn't like, get me the hell out of here. He didn't muck it up like James Harden used to do.
I think Giannis
or like LeBron does when he wants to leave.
No, nobody does it like LeBron. I think Giannis is playing a bit of chess right now, because I think in his mind he's saying, I know I hold most of the cards. And again, if you trade for me, this is the Kawhi situation. You can trade for me for this 1 year if you want to. I'm not guaranteeing you that I'm going to stay, but I'll play my heart out for you with whatever's left in this season.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what you want to do. And he will. But also, when negotiations come, I'm going to open up my negotiations and I'm going to go where I want to go. So he knows that. So it doesn't really matter what you're crazy to gut your team if he's not going to stay, which is why, to me, that cuts the field by at least 60%, because he's not going to go everywhere.
Is it totally crazy? Because if you're a contender and you get him for a year, like Toronto with Kawhi, you get a title out of it.
Is Masai crazy enough to do that again?
Oh, yeah. If you get another title,
that would be crazy.
You get another title out of it. I mean, that's what you playing for.
I don't know how much I want to be crossing back and forth on the border. From Giannis.
I mean, Kawhi did it.
Yeah, but not in these perilous times.
I mean, they'll make it work.
I would hope so, but I don't know. This guy.
But,
now,
I mean, but like say if you're a team who's on the cusp, and that we think he would go there but wouldn't stay there.
That he wouldn't stay?
Mm-hmm. Toronto is kind of
Toronto fits that
kind of fits that mold.
Toronto fits that very, very well. Let's start there. That's on the cusp.
Because we think if he goes to Miami, he'd stay in Miami.
He's not in Miami. His wife won't let him leave Miami.
No.
Warm weather all the time. Miami?
Right.
They're staying in Miami. Minnesota, probably.
Minnesota.
Not a lot. That's not a lock. In some weird confluence of events, Memphis does some type of trade where Ja Morant, they get out from under Ja Morant, and
they're not winning with Giannis and Jaren Jackson.
They're not winning with Giannis and Jaren Jackson. But
we did the biggest buyers. I think Memphis has the potential to be the biggest sellers and do another OKC. Get rid of Ja and Jaren, get a ton of stuff.
I think that's the smartest path for them. I'm gonna be honest with you. So real quick, because we mentioned buyers, I think the sellers they gotta be Memphis. They gotta be the Bucks. I think the Bucks got to do something now. I think it's easier now than it is later. Listen, as crazy as this is about to sound, and I mean this is crazy. Not 100% sure Boston doesn't need to get out. Because Boston seems wildly uncomfortable with this second apron. They are not, as great as all this winning is with Jaylen Brown. Their owners are wildly uncomfortable with all this money they're paying out. And rightfully so, because you're paying two dudes $300 plus, which, by the way, is about to be the new NBA.
Yeah,
that's what the NBA is going to be. You have two guys that you're grossly overpaying.
Yeah,
if you want to win, that's how it's going to work. The Oklahoma City Thunder is headed toward that,
and that's the Oklahoma City Thunder mold is what Memphis needs to be doing.
That right. Everybody needs to delay
If
these
you're-
payments and still compete.
Because I think the Thunder may have unlocked the way that these smaller markets need to operate.
How do you combat big spending? That's how you do it.
Yeah,
you got to
get draft picks, and you got to hit on them.
You got to
But
hit,
get
right?
You get a ton of draft picks though.
Yeah,
and where they got enough draft picks where they can miss on a few, and it'll still be okay.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
So like Memphis, it works out perfectly. You know, I know I've been on this show. I've been like, they're not going to get rid of their first big star, but when it comes to Ja, but it makes sense for. I'm sorry, I got distracted on something stupid, but it makes sense for Memphis to get out from under both Ja and Jaren, because I think they've gotten as far as they're going to get with that combination anyway. You're going to get a ton, especially for Jaren Jackson. You're going to get a ton for the two of them.
Is the thing that distracted you just now the story that Cat and the Knicks have a rift over Giannis? Because Karl Anthony Towns, quote, has hard feelings.
Everything with Cat.
You know what we're finding? You know what we're finding out about?
Because he's like, if you deal with Cat, because I cover Cat, you deal with him. He's the nicest guy you talk to. He acts like he knows everybody.
I genuinely like Cat, but also, I think there's some emotional stuff about him that makes people wildly uncomfortable.
Yes,
and I think people are kind of getting to the point where they're kind of sick of it. They're like, dude,
you're not worth the headache.
Why are you hugging Draymond after the game? Because I've known him for 15 years. Like, it's okay. It doesn't. I still want to kick his tail, but we're friends and it's fine. It doesn't mean I like him more than you. Or
I guess that's because they got into it during the game. That's why everybody was tripping.
Move on, bro. Like, what are we talking about? So the Knicks might be buyers and sellers. They may be sick of the Cat experience. And by the way, they may not be wrong.
But the thing is,
maybe you can't win with Cat. I don't know. Nobody's done it yet.
Yeah, but the Knicks this is the closest the Knicks have been, like, since Ewing.
I agree.
So, if it's not Giannis, I don't think you make a trade.
I think you leave it alone if it's not Giannis. But also, the Knicks might get aggressive and say, we want Giannis.
Yeah, I can get with that.
And he's not going to leave. That's the other thing. Giannis, because he already said I wouldn't mind being in New York. He's already said it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see where that domino, who taps that domino and knocks it over. But I think if the Knicks are,
if we're being honest, the Knicks make the most sense.
The Knicks make a ton of sense because this would probably put them over the top.
And you feel Milwaukee, you're getting a good player. As far as the trades go, Cat's probably the best player you're going to get back.
Of all the players that have been mentioned to trade for Cat, there has not been one with more immediate impact than Cat. My only pushback to what I just said was this. If you're Milwaukee, do you want to be decent? Because really you want to be bad.
That's true.
You want to be bad. You want the first pick in the draft. Or you want a top 5 pick. You want Dabanovsky, you want Boozer, or you want
that's the thing though. If you trade and get Cat, I mean you're losing with Giannis. So you ain't gonna get that much better.
Well,
they're losing when Giannis plays.
But I want as many ping pong balls as I can get. And I'm scared that this dude's he's gonna mess up my ping pong balls. Like he might win a few.
I see what you're saying. He's gonna win a few games that you want to lose.
Because it's not gonna just be him, it's gonna be him and somebody else, and then they'll feel all slighted and feel away and want to go out there and prove with Doc that we're a better team. I don't want all that. I want Doc to calm down. I might even fire Doc on GP. Just so he won't feel motivated. Just a total reset. Yeah. So I don't know. It's an interesting dichotomy. It really is, because you can't if you're getting rid of Giannis, to me, you're committing to a total reset. And that's fine. I think that might even be the right strategy. Once you lose a Giannis,
a generational talent, clearly you're rebuilding. That's fine. But if we're going to rebuild, then let's rebuild. That's why I don't understand what Dallas is doing. Like, let's rebuild. We got our cornerstone.
Well, Anthony Davis getting hurt and being out for the year kind of threw a monkey wrench into anything they wanted to do anyway.
But that's my point. Sell. They need to be there. Listen, right now, Dallas needs to be the two white guys from trading places. Sell. Get those machines back on. Right? Sell everything. Everything's for sale. So I don't know. I think Dallas has got to sell. Like you said, Memphis has got to sell. If I'm Boston and you really don't like that second apron, go crazy. Now here's an interesting situation, but you're still in the second apron if you do this. This could get done tonight. Jalen for Giannis, that can get done tonight. You can finish that in about an hour and a half.
I don't think they're gonna get rid of Jalen. I don't think Boston's gonna do anything. They can sit there. They'll sit here and harp about that apron all they want, but they're not gonna do anything. They haven't done anything. The only thing they did was get rid of Horford and bring in whatchamacallit from Portland.
But to me, that's an apron that makes sense. Jalen and Jason has never made sense because you're just basically paying for the same position twice. Whereas at least with Giannis,
they won a title and got to another final. So it works. It's just not financially. Like financially, it's kind of ridiculous. But you know what I mean? Because you still got a front court problem with Jalen and Jason. But with Giannis, you fix both problems, and now the payment makes sense. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. They got rid of Porzingis too. Forgot about that.
Right. So, which I totally understand the Porzingis thing.
He's always hurt.
Right. That makes complete sense.
He's either hurt or sick.
Right. No, that's not shade. That's not shade. That's just the reality of his career. Unfortunately, that's who he's been. So, anybody else that should be sellers? Sacramento.
Well, the usual suspects: Sacramento, Brooklyn, Charlotte. Even though Charlotte, we talked about that last week, Charlotte's confusing. They've got a good core. They shouldn't be bad.
They're starting to play well. And they're starting to play well.
Washington's always.
I don't know what Washington's doing. Washington said they have a 9-year plan, so just be patient with them.
Whoever says they have a damn near a decade plan.
Washington, they said this is gonna take about a decade. A decade?
It's been 5 decades since they've been relevant because they weren't even relevant when Mike was there.
It takes a decade to turn around a franchise now? A decade?
All right.
Okay. All right.
There's a reason why they're the Wizards.
There is a reason. All right, let's do a couple of quick rest of stuff. We talked about the Oscars last week, right? 16 noms. So everybody's again. I hope it's just that's not the win. We'll see how it goes. The Grammys is going down this weekend. Can I make a confession? I kind of want to see the Clips win.
I do want to see the Clips win.
As much as I love GNX, GNX is a brilliant album. Kind of want to see the Clips win.
Yeah, Kendrick's won enough.
Kendrick's won enough. I'd like to see the Clips win. I'd like to see him win. I think there's a brilliant album. And essentially, if the Clips win, Kendrick kind of won again.
Yeah, because the best song on
the album. Right. So, I'm just saying. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. I like Doechii and her stuff. With her anxiety song. It's a fun song. I mean, it's not supposed to be, but it is. Because I don't think that was the intent of the song. If you listen to the lyrics, you're like, I don't think this is what everybody thinks it is, even though it's like, it's kind of a musical double entendre. But yeah, I'd like to see where this is headed with the Grammys. Do you watch the Grammys anymore?
Every now and then, not every year. I think I watched it last year. It depends on what I got going. I have to work this Sunday, so I may or may not. Depends on what time I get home from work.
Got you.
So,
Got you. I will peek my head in on a replay situation. Like I'll record it and then I'll go back and watch it without the commercials and pick and choose the stuff I want to see.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna actually like sit and watch it in real time.
It's not.
I don't watch anything in real time anymore.
It's not appointment TV for you. You watch sports in real time.
I watch sports in real time. But other than that, I don't like, everything I watch is recorded and I can fast forward through it. Like,
or it's on the app. So
speaking of, I have recommendations.
Okay.
His and hers.
I keep hearing about that.
Did you like All Her Fault on Peacock? Did you watch that?
I never watched that.
Those are two that you have to watch. And matter of fact, you can watch them in either order. I watched All Her Fault first and then watched His Her. Both a very, very good time.
Are they linked?
They're not, but they are very similar.
Because one's on Peacock and one's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, but they're similar in the sense of the way that the story is written and unfolds are very, very, very similar. Okay. So that's why I connect the two. But
I was thinking about, because I'm almost done with Landman. I need to figure out what's the next for me.
By the way, I started Only Murders in the Building. And that's a good time. As a matter of fact, it's such a good time that my youngest daughter watched it with me, and she loves it. We have not started season 2 yet. Because we got caught up on some other stuff with the snow and all that stuff. But we're going to sit down and start this weekend because there's, other than Royal Rumble, which I will watch on Saturday, there's not much to watch this weekend. So we will probably start Only Murders this weekend, second season.
Yes, you'll be very happy that you did.
I love it. It's far. You know what? And it's exactly what you said. Martin Short ceases to be annoying as the show continues on. You're like, wow,
yeah, because I've never been a Martin Short fan.
I'm not a Martin Short guy normally, but
he is fantastic on this show.
I thoroughly enjoy him. I never thought I'd be able to say that, but I thoroughly enjoy him. So yeah, it's a good time. Selena Gomez is fantastic.
She's awesome. She's awesome.
Fantastic in this show.
Yeah.
I'm stunned at how good she is.
Yeah.
I didn't realize she was that great of an actress.
Yeah,
but
she's really good.
She's outstanding. And then Steve Martin. I've always been a Steve Martin guy. So so I watched that, the movie The Rip.
You know what? I have not seen a movie.
I had time this weekend. I don't know why, but I did. Saturday, I had a lot of time. And it worked out. So I just said, I'm going to watch some stuff. And I did. It was a good time. Rip is great. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. They don't make a lot of bad choices.
No.
They've been making
they
good
have
choices.
they have such good chemistry that they can make a bad movie good.
They have good, and by the way, this movie is good because of them.
Mm-hmm.
It is good because of them and Tiana Taylor and some of the other actors. It's good because of them. In the hands of lesser talent, I don't know what this would have been. But with those guys who understand nuance and subtlety and how to build a story and how to, intensify and then take a little off, you can see the mastery. You say, okay, this is why they make the big bucks. They're very good with it.
I mean, Tommy Lee's one of those guys. I mean, if nobody else could pull off Landman outside of him.
I can't wait to see it. Now you got me really excited to watch it.
He's fantastic. Even in this second season, I'm telling you now, the second season is nowhere near as good as the first season.
Your recommendations, though, have been very good.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, your recommendations.
He's awesome.
Good. Yeah. So that's what I've been watching. Like I said, but then I also will watch the Royal Rumble. You've never seen the Royal Rumble in your life, have you?
Yeah, I used to be a wrestling fan.
You haven't seen some of the modern stuff, though.
I don't get into the modern guys.
See, you're missing out.
Nobody's like piqued my attention. I see him walking around on Sports Center all the time, and I'm just
you're missing out. You're missing out.
Nobody does it for me. Nobody's
you're missing out.
The last person to draw me to the TV that just reached out and just out from the TV and grabbed me was The Rock. And like Rock when he's returned doesn't grab me to watch it.
I'm going to say something, and you're going to be shocked when I say it. Without question, Roman Reigns may be the best that I've ever seen. Okay. And that includes The Rock, Stone Cold, John Cena. Roman Reigns is must-see TV. Must-see TV. He's that good. Seth Rollins, that good. They are
I just
that
saw him.
good.
He was just walking around on Sports Center or on ESPN a minute
He
ago.
is that good. They are, first of all, way more physically gifted than any of the guys we've mentioned. Way more physically gifted. But they've learned how to sell stories. The bloodline thing that they did for that 4-year stretch, the greatest storytelling I've ever seen in the history of wrestling. It's not even close. It's not close. It's not close. Not a Hulk Hogan storyline, not a Rock storyline. Nothing has been close. It is the most brilliant storyline I've ever seen because it built every week and it got better every week for 4 years straight, which is crazy to talk about. That's crazy to think about, but it's brilliant. I guarantee you. And let me say this: for people to say, Spence, you watch wrestling? I have a house full of women. I must increase my testosterone level by 10x. So that's how I do it. That's how it works for me. So yeah, it's a good time. It is a good time. Some of the best you've ever seen. I promise you. And the reason why I recommend the Royal Rumble to all men is because it's the most unpredictable of a predictable thing that you can watch. Because you don't know who's going to win. You do not have any clue who's going to win. And just when you think you got it figured out, they throw you these beautiful curveballs. And you're like, huh. And then even when it becomes predictable, it's still a good time. So it's the best one of all of the ones. I think it's even better than WrestleMania in a lot of cases. So I'm just saying, you're not doing anything Saturday, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, peek your head in and be like, oh, that was fun.
It comes on that early?
Well, this is the first time they're doing it in Saudi Arabia.
Oh,
by the way, the Saudi Arabia money is flowing these days. Like,
oh yeah,
everybody's on board. Like ESPN, UFC, Dave Chappelle. Did you watch that last one?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I watched it on my flight from Miami.
Was it the funniest thing he's ever done? But it was brilliant.
It's brilliant.
It was brilliant, and I was thinking to myself, how are you going to string all this together? And by the end, you're like, Jesus, man, he's brilliant. It's right now. I think he's just playing with us. Like, I think he's just like, I just want to see if I can do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it really is a fishbowl, and I think he just grabs 7 things that he thinks are interesting, and he says, "Let's see if I can make this work." And then he does.
The whole thing with the Hawk is the funniest thing.
Oh, the Hawk thing is brilliant. Not to spoil for anybody who hadn't seen it, but it's brilliant. It's just like only you, bro. Only you.
Especially because the thing is with his specials, you have to watch the pictures afterwards.
Yes, because that's also what ties it all together.
Because everything he mentions in his specials, there's pictures of it at the end of the show.
Right, because then you find out, oh, he's not lying. This is actually happening. This actually happened. Dude, it's brilliant. He is the best, and it's not close. Matter of fact, he's so good at what he does now, much like Eddie Murphy, we need to exclude him from the conversation of who's the best comedian. Because that's already been kind of like what Kendrick has done. There is no more big 3. It's Kendrick, and now let's move on, and then we'll pick from the rest of you guys. Who's the viable number 2? Which, by the way, J. Cole clearly wants.
Yeah. He deserves it. I mean, I've never been I like J. Cole, but I've never been like J. Cole's it. J. Cole. I like him. But
I'm the same way. I like J. Cole. I guess you could say I'm a fan of J. Cole because I do enjoy his music. I love Forest Hills. I think Forest Hills is a brilliant album. It's my favorite of all the J. Cole albums. Is he the number 2?
Probably.
I don't know I don't know what metric you're using, but if you're talking about skill, then probably. Yeah. I don't know how to measure it though.
It's all subjective.
Yeah, it's all subjective. Yeah. So there you go. That's all I got. I got nothing else. Do you have any shout outs that you want to give?
Oh, shout outs. I'll give a shout out to U of L baseball. They had their annual dinner last week. They coming off a College World Series appearance last year, and they had now I'm drawing a blank. Adam Duvall and one of the kids for the Dodgers. It wasn't Will Smith, but they have another catcher that plays for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
And so they had that last week. So shout out to them. And shout out to the U of L women. U of L women are making a huge run right now.
Listen,
They play at huge game tonight at Stanford.
Can I be honest?
At Cal on Sunday.
When they got blown out from Connecticut, I think, like a lot of people were thinking, oh, it's gonna be a long season.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're seeing again the brilliance of a Jeff Walsh coaching.
Yep.
Jeff is so good at the basketball.
Yeah.
And he's got these girls believing. They believe that they can go win games. They lost. They haven't lost since December sometime, I think it was.
They've won like 8 or 9 straight games, something like that.
Yeah, it's some crazy number. Like it's and with no signs of slowing down. They look the part. They other than Connecticut, they're playing.
Them and Duke are both 9-0 in ACC play.
That's crazy.
Louisville's won 12 straight games and Duke's won 11 straight games.
Who saw that coming when they lost to Connecticut? The way they lost to Connecticut. Who saw that coming? They did not look the part. So either there are levels to this, and Connecticut isn't that good.
Well, they ended up losing they only lost to Connecticut by 13, and it was the first game of the season.
And it was the first game of the season, right?
They faltered against Kentucky, which if they replay that game again, Louisville wins that game.
Yes.
What the turnaround in the season was them barely losing to South Carolina. They had a shot to win it, and a wide open shot, and
I think that
turned the season.
Yeah, I think that game told them, guys, you're good. You're actually good.
Because not only are they winning, they're blowing teams out. They're blowing them out. I mean, they beat Carolina by 10. They beat Tennessee by 24.
If they be trending toward a number 1 seed, is that what's going on with Louisville right now?
They're trending that way. They still got a little bit.
Not a little ways to go.
I mean, they play at Stanford tonight.
Yeah.
They do play Duke on February 5th.
That's gonna be a good one.
Outside of that, they don't have another ranked game. But part of that's because Notre Dame fell out. But they won at Notre Dame by 13 points.
But they may have the best losses of any potential not number one overall seed, but number one.
Yeah, they've got
gaining seed because those are 2 quality losses. Yeah,
they've got 3 losses, and they're all to number 1 UConn and number 3 South Carolina, and Kentucky's number 20 because they've fallen off this season. They've had it, but Kentucky also has an injury.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
and if South Carolina continues to rebound or whatever they do, that loss looks better and better every day.
Louisville will not get lower than a 2 seed.
I agree. This is amazing to me. This may be his best coaching job.
He might be.
His best coaching job because he doesn't have the name really. Not really.
I mean, Taj, but that's about it.
Taj, we know Taj, but
she's not a household name. And Taj is only averaging 12 points a game.
Right.
I mean, that's what's crazy. They've got 3 that average double digits and another one that averages 9.9. The big difference for this season has been the coming out party for Alif Istanbululu. She's had a huge season, and even McKinley Randolph is starting to play better. Zach Randolph's daughter, she's playing better too.
Yeah, and
so you can't just concentrate on one person anymore. Laura Ziegler has been huge for them.
It's crazy. It's I'm so impressed by Jeff. Jeff might be this. Here's the controversy take for today. Jeff might be the best coach on Floyd Street.
That's not a might. The only one that's rivaling is Dan McDonald.
I'm just saying. And I love all of them. I love all of them. But Jeff
Jeff and Dan McDonald.
Jeff is insanely good at his job. He's insanely good at his job. Okay. So shout out to the
craziest person on Floyd Street is definitely Jeff.
It's no question that Jeff. And we say that with all love. Friend of the pod, by the way. Friend of the pod. But yeah,
we'll get it back on.
No question, he's crazy. But yeah, shout out to Jeff. Who do I want to shout out?
I don't really have a specific.
Oh, I got one more shout out too. They are honoring the 1986 national championship team at the U of L game on Saturday. So shout out to them 40 years later. They actually have a press conference at 2:00 today. And so
have they never been shouted out? Have they never been honored?
Come on. They honor their team all the time.
I was gonna say, I thought that was like a yearly thing at this point.
It's not year, but it is the 40th anniversary this year. So.
Okay, we got to honor 40 years. Wow, it's been 40 years. We're that old. I guess so. All the great. You look at it.
I shave all of mine off.
You know what? And I don't like it. Kendrick, I don't like it.
You can make a simple purchase of a razor.
I will not do
Fix
it.
all that.
I'm rolling with it. Wife likes the zaddy look, so I'm rolling with it.
There you go.
Who I am. So okay, shout out to that. I don't really have a shout other than you, and also want to shout out to I shouted this out on Tuesday. Want to shout out again the city of Pine Bluff, who has done a phenomenal job in the midst of all this snow. They kept the city, kept my energy on. Although I will tell you, first day of the snowstorm, my stove went out.
That's not a good thing.
Not a good thing. So shout out to the good people at Lowe's who delivered my stove yesterday, because I couldn't get a stove before yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So we're back in the game. You know, so but yeah, we've done well. We've done well. So I appreciate everybody reaching out. A lot of people, friends and family across the country. Hey, you guys okay? Yeah, we're good. We're good. It's hot in here, but we're good. So it's a brisk 70, 74, I think, 73 in the house.
Jesus Christ. You trying to melt everybody?
It's 18 outside, Kendrick. It's 18.
It's 18 here. I got my heat set on 68.
You have better insulation than I do. This house is an older house. You have much better insulation than I do. All right, it's hot here, bro. I was going to wear my hoodie, and I sat here in this hoodie for like 5 minutes. Like, that ain't going to work. We got to do something different. This is clearly not going to work.
You can just set out some popcorn and it'll just pop. You know, you got to turn the stove on.
Well, my coffee, I've been drinking it. It's been warm the entire time. Not just because it's in the Yeti, but also because it's a nice temperature.
It's the same temperature. Room temperature is the same temperature as the coffee.
Same temperature. Same temperature. It's going well. It's going well. It's going well. It's going well. Love each and every one of you. Hope you enjoyed Press and Pros. Hope you enjoyed Bleav in ACC. Hope you enjoyed the mashup, because that's what we do here. You know what? Go watch it again. If you didn't miss something, go watch it again. Until then, cue the whistle.